we are back for another episode of No Ma'am. Jhoany, how are you?
Horrible. Ready to die. Just kill me right now. I'm
You know
kidding,
when you say
guys.
that,
I'm
people are
kidding,
really
guys. I
right.
know. I'm kidding, guys. Sort of ish. No, I went through it the last few weeks, but I just needed a mental health break. Now I'm back and
Yes,
better than before. Not really, but
good,
ready. Yeah.
good. I tell people this all the time. I think sometimes we all need to take breaks. I don't think people understand the importance of like taking breaks and doing things to get yourself back to it. I know, we watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and she said, well, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? And obviously it's this big thing that she says all the time, and we kind of like make jokes about it, whatever. But there is truth in that, because if we don't fill our cup first, how are we going to fill the cup for somebody else? And I always think that it's important for us to acknowledge that and then take the breaks when we can.
Exactly. But now we're back.
Cool. We are. So this is officially our episode 1 of our season 2. So yes, we're gonna chalk up all the other previous seasons that we talked about, whatever. We're gonna buckle
It's just
all of
one.
that
It's
into
just
season
one.
1. It was just one. It was just that one big old season. We were still trying to figure out who we were as a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think we know who we are now. I think.
Shit talkers.
Yeah. We are like, yes. I listen, we are petty bitches from the Bronx. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think we finally we tried to, to be the review podcast back when in yesteryears. We tried it, but then we realized that damn, that market is oversaturated. Everybody want to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got an opinion.
They
And
do.
we still do.
Girl, we
We still
very
do.
much do. And we will still continue to talk about it, just in smaller doses than we were previously.
Yes, and I think that would be much more manageable. I think that would be more digestible to the people who listen to us and watch us on YouTube. Is we're doing it in smaller batches than having full episodes just talking about Drag Race, because every other podcast that is out there, they are talking about Drag Race. So
Even though they
I
shouldn't
think we
be.
can do something a little.
Not that we should either, honestly.
No. True. And that is going to be our previously on No Ma'am episodes. And so there'll be smaller, like 15, 20-minute episodes in which we recapping whatever show we're watching it and have something to say. So you can still have our little shady antics.
That part. Because, the girls still want to hear Shade the Girls.
Correct. I mean, hello, we wouldn't be No Ma'am if we didn't. Also, for those who are new here, we are on Instagram. Now, our Instagram is going to look a little different from what you've previously seen before. So our Instagram really is going to be what's in, and it's going to have a lot of hot takes and headlines. I was like, hotlines. It's not that type of party.
I mean, you can put my hotline there.
But it's going to look a little different, right? So our Instagram grid will be a lot of like what the popular stories are right now that was happening. So pretty much go over there and follow No Man the podcast on that. We'll have some clips from our new episodes on there as well. But it's going to be daily headlines and hot takes. That's just to give, some of our newer fans and newer people who are following us just a little different, I would say, take on who we are as a pod. Give us something a little different, spice it up. But
The All-Stars lip filler.
Oh my God, we really are. It really is our All-Stars lip filler. But today's episode is going to really be, it's going to be a fun episode. We have some fun things in stored. We're going to talk about some common gay body types, which some of these photos, I had no idea that they were actually a body type. And then we're going to listen to Jhoany's ringtone on his cell phone. And then also we are going to talk about how underwear can actually determine your position.
I wouldn't say determine. I would just say more of like tells people your position.
Touche, I give you that. But before we get into that, I have a little thing that I want to talk about.
Lord. Okay.
So here we are going to spend $10. We need to make a meal, but we only have $10. So we have some $4 food groups, we have some $3 food groups, we have $2 food groups, and then we have $1 food groups. So, Jhoany, what's your meal? What's going to be your $10 meal?
Okay, so not fajitas, because fuck fajitas. That shit's gross. No ribs, because ribs are rarely ever done correctly. Especially in New York. It's very hard to find good ribs in New York, honestly. Fuck the skillet cookie because I don't want that shit. It's probably dry as hell anyway. All right, so bacon cheeseburger for sure because I love
You
bacon.
get
I
two
love
bacon
burgers.
cheeseburgers.
No, I want one bacon. Bitch, I'm not that fat. I'll
Oh, but
take.
I'm saying like that for $4 you get two bacon cheeseburgers.
No, I think that's just. Is it? No, it's just the number of
Is
the
it?
item. Yeah,
You're right.
one
Yes,
fajitas,
you're
two
right.
bacon cheeseburgers, three ribs.
Okay.
I cannot finish those bacon cheeseburgers. I'm fat, but I'm not that fat. All right, so bacon cheeseburger, wings, because bitch, I love me a wing. I can devour a fucking wing. That's what, $7. I'll get the tenders. That brings it up to 9. Honestly, that's it. I don't need anything else on that list.
Oh, so you're gonna save $1?
Yeah, why
Okay,
not?
cool.
I use that to tip a drag
All
queen.
right. Pay your queens. Tip your queens. You heard it here first.
Tip your
Okay.
queens.
I think I will do just because I want a snack, so I feel like I need to do chips and salsa to start it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I love chicken, I would have to do the chicken tenders, so that's already $3.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would have to give myself some damn. I can't do chicken tenders and chicken wings, even though I could because I'm
Yes, you
that type of
can.
girl that I would do like chicken and chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But because I have chicken tenders already, I'm not gonna do the wings. So I'll do the skillet cookie,
Brian's
which brings
cookie.
me up to true, which brings me up to 6,
7.
right?
6. 6. 6. 6. 6.
6, yes, brings me up to 6. I was like, oh my god, don't do that. I already can't do simple math in my head. And then I guess I will do. I guess I'll do the bacon cheeseburger,
Yeah.
and now it'll be 10.
If you're picking fajitas, prison. Prison.
Or ribs.
Again, I think ribs. I would take ribs over fajitas. I think ribs is just it's either hit or miss. Like they're either gonna be like fall off the bone, like really good barbecue sauce on it and like seasoning, or they're gonna be like really dry, really tough, and really bad or burnt.
Hmm. Yeah. Or listen. I think anytime I find it to be really funny because obviously this is hypothetically because you really are not going to be able to eat all of this with $10
Says
these
who?
days.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you meant you wouldn't be able to eat it. Period. Bitch, says who?
No, I'm like no. If you want to big your back, go ahead. Shout out to the big girls. But in Trump's economy with these tariffs, you're not gonna be able to get nothing for $10. I think the bacon cheeseburger alone is just gonna be $10.
Girl, a Happy Meal is $10 now. I think. I don't know
Is it
actually.
really?
I don't know actually. I think so.
Is a Happy Meal $10?
I feel like
Seriously?
it might be more than that. At least I think so. I don't know. I haven't bought a Happy Meal in years.
Yeah, like my thing is, what can you realistically get with $10 though these days? Like,
Like
can
at
you
a
get a
fast
full
food,
meal with $10?
fast food restaurant, or just in
Yeah.
like. Well, you get the. I don't think they call it the 4 for 4 anymore. But Wendy's has those like biggie bag deals or whatever the fuck they call them,
Mm-hmm.
and that usually brings like a burger or something, nuggets, fries, and a drink. I think McDonald's has a similar type of situation going on, but theirs is a little bit more expensive. You cannot get anything or a full meal at any of these like newer fast service locations like Shake Shack, Smash Burger, none of that. Chipotle, hell no. So no, realistically, you can't get much for $10, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can get like a
At least
full
anything healthy,
full meal. No, I don't think you can get a full meal for $10 anymore, which is so sad because back in the day you was able to get a lot for $10.
bitch. $10, I like. I would have to unbutton my pants. Do you remember when
Yeah.
hash browns were $1?
Oh my god, yes, I do.
Actually, I think they were 2 for 1 even.
Yes, they were.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean they come back around like sometimes. McDonald's does have like those $1 hash browns like randomly.
No, but
I
like I
guess
mean
when they
that
do like a
was
marketing thing.
yeah, but like no, that was the set price before. Like it wasn't no marketing scheme. It was like no hash browns were just regularly $1. 109 if I
Do you
remember.
remember?
It was 109 because or what was 199 cents plus tax or whatever. Because I remember I used to like ask my mom for $1 and she'd be like, "Here, you need these 9 cents too," because I wanted a hash brown.
Do you remember when you can get 4 chicken wings?
Chicken wings.
Yeah, at the Chinese restaurant, he was able to get at least like
I was
he was able to get like 4 chicken wings. No, do you remember when you was able to get an egg roll for $1?
so I was never a big like chicken wing or egg roll person from like the Chinese spot. Like I those were never my thing.
I used to love that. I'm actually showing my age because I remember going to, I think it was either seventh grade or eighth grade, and I would get off the train in the Bronx. I would get off the train right there, and then there used to be a Chinese restaurant on the corner, and I
Hmm.
would walk down to my school. But when I'm coming back from like obviously seventh or eighth grade, like the Chinese restaurant was there, and all the kids would go in the Chinese restaurant, and I remember being able to get like egg rolls
Hmm.
for $1. And I would get like two like roast pork egg rolls for $1. And I would also get like, so that was $2 and like get a can of soda. And that was mine, like, oh, I think I'm like hip, whatever. And take it with me on the train and go home.
Now that you're mentioning all this Chinese food, there are actually some spots in Chinatown where you can still get a full meal for less than $10, which is great. Like you can get like noodles, a drink, dumplings. I, I wish I could remember the name of the spot that I love to go to, because not only is it cheap, like it's actually really good food. It's like
Hmm.
it's down in Chinatown. I don't remember where exactly it is or what the name
Mm-hmm.
of the restaurant is, but there's a lot of spots in Chinatown, like whether they're like actual restaurants or like quick service type of situations or like food trucks outside where you can get a lot
Mm-hmm.
for $10.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm. Well, you said Chinatown, so like
yeah,
that would make sense because it's actually like Chinatown. I think you can still get a lot of like. I think Chinatown itself, no shade. I think Chinatown still has a lot of like deals, but once you get out of like and you get in the hood, I think that's when it's like it gets really expensive.
I know.
It gets really expensive.
Hmm.
So, but speaking of so this weekend it was my birthday weekend. I was
Hmm.
able to celebrate with obviously the best friends came through. I was able to
Yes, his 60th
celebrate
birthday.
my 60th birthday. Yes. It's also Pride Month. So happy Pride, everyone. Pride Month is officially here. I think this one means like more. The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of things that's happening in today's society,
Hmm.
especially with like the rollbacks of like, of our rights, in particular a
So
lot of like our trans brothers and sisters. And so I think this Pride is going to be really special for a lot of folks.
I agree. I won't say much on this topic currently because it was something I wanted to bring up later.
Oh yeah, fully, 100%.
Yeah.
But I just think that like in my like when I'm contemplating my thoughts and getting my thoughts together, I was like, oh, I think this one will be really important.
You know what's
But
really funny
back to
is how many messages I got today of like memes of like Happy Pride Month, or have you seen that video? I think everybody has seen that video of that guy that comes up to his friend in a car and he like gives him like a rainbow cookie and like Skittles and a balloon and he's like Happy Pride Month because you know you gay. I got that video like
yeah,
3 times today already.
I got it
Yeah,
twice, so
yeah.
he's making his
Listen,
rounds.
if y'all want to support your fellow Alphabet Mafia members, like don't send us videos. Send us Apple Pay funds. Baby, like send us the money. That's how you support us.
Right.
Like pay for my
But
grinder subscription, bitch.
that part, and it's $44 now, depending on
Crazy.
depending on what level you have, because I have unlimited or yeah, I
Bitch,
have
I'll take
unlimited.
sniffies. Fuck that.
True. We got, thank you for bringing that up because I do want to talk about that really quick.
Okay.
But back to me because I want to be really selfish right now. So birthday weekend was so fun. I had so much fun. I was so excited. My official birthday will be, but I guess by the time this comes out, it will be on Wednesday. Official birthday, I'll be 37 years old. Oh my God, it's so even crazy talking
Approach
about
geriatric stage.
37. I'm like, first of all, I'm already a geriatric in like gay years. So like,
Mm-hmm.
but this birthday weekend was a little bittersweet, right? It was great to take my mind over the things that has been happening over the last couple of weeks. So that was good, especially be around people that I really love and enjoy and have known for years. So that was also really fun. But then it's also on the other hand, it's like I felt a little bad like celebrating because obviously Jhoany knows this, but my grandma had a stroke a couple of weeks ago. And so dealing with the heaviness of that, it was a good reprieve, to just let my hair down and just have a moment of like calmness before I go back into like the reality of like, yes, back to yes, gonna make sure I go visit her and then make sure I'm doing all that with the nonsense of my family and all that good stuff. And so I really appreciate everybody coming out, celebrating all that. So thank you for that. We were able to see The Devil Wears Prada too,
That was such a good movie.
which was fun.
It was such
It
a
was
good movie. I
such a
need to go
great
see it again.
movie.
It was so fucking gay.
Oh my God, was it? I think it was even more gay than the first one.
Absolutely.
And I didn't think that was
became
even, I didn't even think that was possible.
it became gayer the moment they decided to put Gaga in it.
Yes. But I do want to talk about the fact that she was like one of the last people, like at the end of the movie.
It was a
And she had a
cameo, yeah.
moment which I thought was cute. I liked her little runaway moment. I liked her banter with Miranda. I thought that was a fun moment. So spoilers if you have not seen it. But by this time, I think everyone should have seen The Devil Wears Prada too. So there shouldn't be that much of a spoiler. And if it is, oh well. I like that. I thought it was some really cute callbacks to the first one, especially throughout the movie. So there was some what is it called Easter eggs that if you paid attention to them, I thought that those were cool. I like the freshness of it. I thought they did a really good job of keeping it still current of like what is actually happening with like the fashion landscape and magazines in general, but
And
also
print media
staying
dying.
true to and print media and really just the digital age and hinting upon like AI with this new wave that's happening right now. So I thought that was good. But then also still keeping true to the essence of runway, and that's also important for those of us who love The Devil's Wear Prada. So no, cute, cute. It was such a cute movie, so I enjoyed it.
I did too. I want to see it again. And I need a third movie.
Yes. Yes. I need to go see it again because I want to be able to remember the one-liners so that I can be like, spitting out those one-liners because
Yes.
there were some good ones.
Listen, you know that day that movie comes out on streaming, all the bars are going to be having watch parties.
Yes. Yeah. And just, I can't wait for the mixes that are doing spoken word to some of those like really shady moments. So I can't wait for the girls to get their mixes together. So, speaking of that, I think who does a really good like Devil's Wear Prada mix?
Devil
I think
Wears
Brooklyn
Prada.
Heights. I can't say that. I had a root canal, so some words I really can't say. And no shade, you
DWP,
guys.
bitch. DWP.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the abbreviation. But there's a lot of words that I cannot say now. Prior to the root canal, I had a Bronx accent, and so some of my words will be like really Bronx-like. Now I can't say some of these words because I don't know what happened. Like because the tooth.
Girl, there's a hole in your fucking mouth.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't say these words.
I mean, you couldn't have said them before either.
True, but now I can't even say them even more. It's like, goddamn. Like, help a brother out.
We're going to put subtitles for those people who can't understand it.
Actually, we're supposed to put subtitles anyway. That's what YouTube said. If you want to grow, you should put subtitles on your videos and timestamps. And I was like, you have a point. You have that.
They do.
But
they do.
But I do want to mix up the order of a little bit of what we're going to talk about, because before we get into the actual topic, I do want to say what's happening in New York City, because there has been a lot of things that's happening in New York City, and I feel like we missed a lot. And so the thing about New York City and New York City nightlife is it happens quick. A lot of things happen back to back, and it's like rapid fire. And so right now we're kind of in New York City pageant times, in which there's a lot of pageants back to back to back to back. And some of our friends, some of our friends, some of our friends of the podcast, some of our family members are in these pageants or participating in these pageants. So shout out to them. But one of the pageants was Ultimate Diva. And we had our good sis, Frida Cox. Shout out to Frida. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. She was on the podium. I'm not sure if she came in either first, second, or third, but the winner was Helvetica Black. She's a Chicago queen. No shade to Helvetica. I think she did well, but I didn't know that this pageant was open to queens outside of New York.
Well, I mean, I didn't either, but I am not opposed to queens outside of New York City, like joining these pageants if they are from, like, let's say a smaller town that doesn't have pageants. But somebody from Chicago, like, girl, you probably have pageants over there. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Unless it's
I just didn't know that it was open to queens from outside of New York. I thought that Are You Ultimate Diva, right, was just a New York City pageant. Well, I didn't know that other queens from outside of New York City could have competed in it.
Well, one, I'm glad that they're getting the recognition and kind of the fame that they're able to like get contestants from other states to come or to apply. But I don't see why not. I mean, I think it's gonna do wonders for the competition itself, because it opens them up to a new audience, and I hope they continue to grow. because it's a great pageant.
It is. Again, I'm just like, I didn't know that there was. Do you kind of think it's an unfair advantage?
To not be from New York?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like
Is it because like nobody knows them?
maybe, and I think it would be a little harder for you to push through. No,
Harder for who to push through?
the queen from that's outside of the city. Like I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like it will be an unfair advantage because the other queens from New York, they know each other. One, they know each other.
So I
Two,
think you
they
mean
probably know
disadvantage.
who the yes, thank you. I don't know why I kept saying unfair advantage,
Yeah.
but I meant to say that it is an unfair advantage for the New York City queens
Okay.
to
Yeah.
be competing with but it's a disadvantage for the queen that's not from New York City to be competing in the pageant. But it seemed
Yeah.
like
I mean,
Helvetica Black did well because she won.
obviously, I mean, like disadvantage or not, like she took the crown. But I see what you mean about it possibly being a disadvantage to queens outside of the state. But if they're willing to compete despite those barriers, then why not?
Yeah. I also want to know what goes into selecting the queens that are competing in the competition. Is there like a preliminary round that Janelle
I
number
think
5 she does, or does she like select them? I don't know. I gotta
I
look at
think
that up
there's
because I have no idea.
well, we need to go to the next one, the next finale.
We do because there's also some like Are You Ultimate Diva like horror one. I know that happens too was like the little edgier one. I know that one, and then they have the one that's a pageant one. So, but shout out to Helvetica Black because she won Ultimate Diva. Then we had Jaguars All Stars 10, and that winner was Saint Lemur, who we saw at the Ritz during Lanye's roll call, which I looked over to Jhoany and I was like, I fucking love this. I think this is one of the best things
Yes, yes.
that it's like it's happening right now.
Hmm.
Shout out to Lanye because there is some genius that happens in that brain of hers
Doesn't happen
up
often, but
there.
when it does, bitch, it's great.
Oh my god, yes. It's a light switch that goes in there and she's such a creative genius. And sometimes I'm like in awe of like her love for drag, her
Hmm.
love for her community, her sense of togetherness. I'm like always in awe of her. So I can never ever give her enough shout outs. And I don't care as long as we do this pod, I'm always gonna shout out to Lanye. That's my sis. But I thought the roll call, and it was my first time seeing it, I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
Yes. Like you said, one thing about Lanya is she loves drag, and you can tell that. But she's also willing to support all the newcomers and all the little baby queens, and honestly, anyone else. Like even the more schooled queens, she's willing to give them a spot, and I think that's wonderful. Every single Friday night show is completely different because it's a different cast every single time. And while yes, a lot of queens may be repeated, you will never know what you get. It's always going to be something different. You will never know who's in the crowd, which I love because she shouts out everyone, everyone.
Yes, yes. But shout out to St. Lemur. St. Lemur did a really great job. I do believe Bonnie Bonfire, who is a friend of the pod. We love her. She's also in the
She's
House
a
of
little
Armand,
fireball.
somewhere, either cousin, maybe even daughter. I don't know. Lanye opens her vagina and she has so many
She might be
kids.
my second
But
cousin or something.
yeah, she may be Jawani's like second cousin or whatever.
Second
But
cousin first
she did
removed.
really well. That part. But she also placed on the podium and she did amazing. Shout out to Bonnie. She is such an amazing up and coming drag queen. I like cannot wait for everybody to see what she does. But she is gonna like take the New York City drag life by like storm. So
You know
shout out
what I
to
love
Bonnie.
about Bonnie is how tiny she is, but like I mean, and when you see her in person, like you're like, yeah, yeah, she's tiny, but like she has like such high energy that like you kind of forget she's so small.
Yes.
And I
I
mean that like
also
in
like
the best way possible. Like she's a fireball.
yes. And what I also like about Bonnie is that she takes feedback very well. So no shade, but our first witness to Bonnie Bonfire was at Leave It on the Floor, RIP, at Playhouse, and she lost her wig. And she lost twice. She lost her wig twice, y'all. Twice. And she took the feedback. She came back and she won.
I think
And she
she
did really well. She didn't win. She didn't win the one time she lost her wig. She was a chop. It was a chop. Girl, we wasn't gonna let nobody win who got their wig taken off. Like we chop. It was a chop. But she came back the next week and she won that week.
Mhm.
And she used the feedback, and Lanya gave her some feedback. She took some feedback from us, or she took some feedback from other people in the audience, and obviously her friends that's doing drag, whatever, like the people, those mentors, took our feedback. And I swear to God, every time I see Bonnie, her performances get better and better.
Mhm.
And I love a queen who is able to receive the feedback,
And
does not
apply it.
take it in a negative, and like doesn't take it in a negative way, can apply it, and does really well. I'm like,
Yes, that
this
part.
is amazing.
Mhm.
This is good. And then the last pageant so far that I've seen is obviously more that's happening, but the last one that I've seen has crowned a winner is Miss Stonewall in 2026, and the winner is Katrina Lovelace, another friend of the pod.
Yes, I love Katrina. I've been going to her shows for years back when she was at Hardware. And she does great. Like her brunches are so much fun, one of the best ones in the city. So if you ever get a chance to go see Katrina, go do it. And she's
Yes.
a great DJ.
She is DJ Lovelace. We have to get Katrina on the pod. Obviously, we said that we was going to get her on, and she's she has said that she wanted to be on the pod. But now I think she's a winner now. Like, so we definitely have to get her to come on and talk about her experience. And I think it'll make a really fun episode. But I love Katrina. I always go back to that Bushwig performance when she did that split. Oh, loved it. Gave me so much. It was such a sexy performance, and I'm like, ooh, I love that. But it was sexy without actually being like overly sexy, and I also think that's a skill, right? To go to the edge and then pull back
Mhm.
just enough to keep us like wanting more, and I think that's really good. I think she does a really good job of that.
Yeah, she's a wonderful performer too. I know,
Yes.
like she
But
deserved that title.
listen, I think the New York City girlies, we have a lot of up and coming talent. There's a lot of untapped talent.
Mhm.
There's a lot of queens who are doing such an amazing job at building their brand. And that's the name of the game. I know that some people have always said, oh, well, they want to be on Drag Race. We hear the girls say, oh, let me not shade the show too much because this is a show that I would like to go on, right? And I don't want Drag Race to be the end all be all for some girls
Mhm.
because they get on that show and they spend all that money and they don't do that well, and then nobody knows about them anymore. It's kind of like they go back to the local drag scene and that's it. And then you get the girls who do really well and they go on and they have successful careers. And so I do think that they need to understand that the name of the game is branding. It's all
Mhm.
about who you are as a brand. So FYI, if you go on these shows, it's what your brand. Can they sell you? What package can they put together? What are you going to sell to the masses? So just know that, right? You can be an amazing performer, but you may be boring.
That no, because I mean, or it also just it may not translate well to like reality TV because there's a lot of queens that we know how that have been on the show, like Bitterfilter, like Morgan McMichaels, who are great drag queens and are great performers, but that didn't exactly translate when they got on the show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mayhem,
I also
Mayhem,
think
I
this
think is actually like probably the best example of that.
Yeah. And not to go more, like, not to go into details, like, what, but I think we've seen that with this bracket too with Vivacious. I think Vivacious is a really great drag queen and such
Mhm.
creative, like, force and creative genius,
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
Drag Race is not
It's
their
not for her,
thing.
yeah.
And it is not a shady thing to say because she's super talented and Mother has arrived so many times, but she does not translate. For some reason, her talent doesn't always necessarily translate to the TV show.
Yeah. I mean, not everyone is. I don't want to say that because that sounds shady, but fuck it. Not everyone's meant to be on TV, and not everyone's meant to compete on TV.
But yes, but also if you want to take it a little step further, right? Like not everybody is meant to compete on Drag Race. Drag Race is very specific.
Mm-hmm.
There's specific things that they will like you to do,
Yes.
and you have to tap into some things that you probably won't ever tap in anywhere else. And so I think queens need to realize that when they get on the show, like that show is very different from a lot of these other competitions.
Very much so.
Like they're having you do some weird shit on that show. So
Like that
like
fucking underwear challenge. What the hell was that? What even was the point of that? Was there There was no sponsor for that. Was there?
no, there was
Like
none.
I
When they had to put
literally,
on
I was so confused. Like, why is this a drag race challenge? At least make it granny panties or something. Like, make it drag. That wasn't drag.
no, none of the queens were able to do it. So
No, they were all struggling. They looked like fucking worms that were pulled out of the ground.
yes, you know what I mean. Akira, that's my sis. I love her. She couldn't get them. She her
Well,
big ass.
I was about to say, how the hell was she gonna get it over those fucking mountains?
Yeah, that big old ass, that big old butt, child. I was like, girl, if Akira could have got that diaper on that ass, that's a skill. Bitch, you better put that shit on OnlyFans or something. You better sell that shit.
I
Sell
mean, she
those
still
secrets,
can.
okay?
Girl,
She could.
girl.
She
She
could. She
could.
could. She really could. But I came across this image online and I thought it was really funny. One, because the body types are hilarious, but two, I did not know some of these body types actually exist.
Hmm.
And then three, I didn't know as gay people, we put ourselves in so many different categories. Like it is crazy.
Yeah, girl. It, everyone falls into like 20 different categories.
Yes. So based on this, the ones I knew was twink, I knew
Hmm.
bear, I
You
knew
did not know twunk?
no, I thought we were just joking when we said that. But I knew twink, I knew bear, I knew jock, I
Hmm.
knew otter. Those are the only ones I knew.
You didn't know wolf, fox, cub,
No,
twunk,
did not. No,
chub?
no,
The only one I have never actually seen anyone use is bull.
no. I did. On like first of all, I always thought that twunk. I really thought like we were joking when we say that, and I would say it too. I'm like, oh, a twunk, and I thought so. We just made that shit up. I didn't
I
actually
mean, we
think
made
it
all
was
of
a
these
real thing.
up.
You have a point, but you know what I mean.
Like these words don't just exist in nature. Like we made them up.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about bear though because I thought bears were a little bit more hairier
Girl, this that's a fucking hairy motherfucker. Which
in
wanted to look like Chewbacca?
in the grand scheme of things. But I thought they were like really really hairy specimens.
Specimens. It's crazy.
I yeah, I thought they were like really hairy
Specimens is
specimens.
crazy.
Yes, and then I thought otter was like a bear that has a little less hair.
No, it's just the body type. It's a skinny bear.
So they have the same amount of hair, but just a skinnier version of
Yeah.
a bear.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're like
I didn't know
slim.
bull.
I bull I have never seen used before, but now looking at it, okay, yeah, that makes sense because some bulls are like fucking jacked.
So they're like a bigger version of a jock.
Yes, like steroid queens.
So a bull would be one of the muscle queens.
Yes,
Do we know any bulls?
I was gonna say one, but I don't want to call them
Do we
out
know a
like that.
bull?
Not
I
like
mean, I don't
we're not
think.
close with anyone.
Do we? Do we even like talk about bulls? So do we know a bull? I feel like we do. We
Like in terms of like someone that we regularly talk to or have some
no,
type
or
of
like
interaction with them. No,
or like we like that we know. Like, do we know of a bull?
I was thinking like actually no, maybe not. I think his name was Damiano from Playhouse.
No, I don't think he'll. You think
I
he'll
don't
be a
I
bull? I don't think he'll. I don't think he's a bull though.
honestly I don't fully remember what his body was like. I just
I
remember
think
his
he
muscle.
might
I just
be.
remember he had big arms.
I think he may be the in between a jock and a wolf.
No, because wolves are like wolves are skinny too. They're not like jacked. They're like slender. They're just an older otter.
So maybe he'll be a fox.
What the fuck's the difference between a wolf and a fox? Hold up.
I don't know. You
Are they
schooled me
slimmer?
on the.
I think they're
I
slimmer. I
guess.
guess.
I guess. I feel like a bull that I think that will be a bull based on this photo right here. I think it will be Tyler Reese. And I think it'll be Tyler Reese. So I'll insert a photo of Tyler Reese like somewhere here, somewhere like in post, but like right here. And they are a content creator. I do believe they are a bodybuilder, and he gives me the body type of a bull based on this photo. And so that would be the first person I think of when I am thinking of a bull. In terms of like, there's twinks. Like I know so many
Well,
twinks.
yeah.
Like that's super easy. I don't think I know that many otters though.
I mean,
I think I know a
not that I
full. I
interact
think I
with
know.
on like personal level,
Yeah, I think I
but
know
for
a
other
couple
reasons,
of
yes.
bears. I know a couple of bears. I know a couple of bears. I know a few jocks because they're all over Instagram. I know a lot of jocks. I don't think I know any foxes. I don't know. I also find it really interesting that the twunk is like brown skin. Are they trying to tell me something?
Girl, you're not a trunk. You're a twas.
No, I'm not saying that for me. I'm talking about, are they saying that black folks can't be twinks?
Black folks
They
can
only can be.
absolutely be twinks.
Can you be a black
No,
twink?
yes,
Seriously? Is that a
yeah,
thing? I don't think that's a thing.
yes, it is.
I only thought white boys were twinks.
No, I think it's just like young, slim gay guys,
White boys. No, I think it's just white boys. I think the
N-
word originated from like white boys.
like a Twinkie, because they get stuffed.
I really think like the whole idea of like a twink is like the little white boys that we see. I don't think
I
it's not
don't,
for like
I don't know if I
it's
want
not
to
for
search up
like
twink.
it's not for like people of color. I don't think twinks are for people of color. I don't think so. That may be a controversial hot take, but I think twinks are for skinny white boys.
Mm,
I don't think black boys are considered twinks.
I think they
I don't
can
think
be.
no.
Yes, I think we're kind of used to referring to like young white, like hairless, like slim gays as twinks, but I think anyone can be a twink if they fit that description, regardless of their skin color.
I disagree.
I disagree with your disagree.
Okay.
I don't know what
I'm
else to say.
retaliating your
I'm
I'm
returning the
gonna
recital
retaliate
of your
your
rebuttal.
yes, yes. No, I honestly think in gay culture, I think twinks are associated with a particular type, and we all know the type, right? It's like the young, hairless, white, like cisgendered white boy.
I don't know, but
The ones that would be in Austin Wolf's videos.
no, girl, those were barely twins. They were barely legal, if that.
No, no, they were illegal. The stuff he watched on his personal laptop that was not, but the content that he made was.
I hope
Like,
so.
there's a difference. There's a
I
difference.
hope
Yeah,
so.
because the people no, and it's sad. Like, I mean, obviously, it's not to bring it up, not to hash it, because I'm sure they still have PTSD. Because there is some of those videos that's still out there, and I think that this whole like cosplay and role play and race play and age play, all that stuff, I think that's weird. We know a couple of people who's into race play, and that shit is weird. But we're gonna talk about that on another episode. But when I think of twinks, I think of the people that would be in the Austin Wolf videos.
Fair, yes. Did he ever fuck a black guy? I don't know. I
One,
didn't watch him like that. But
just one.
anytime anybody posts any of his content on Twitter,
100%. It's an unfollow.
because
It is
why?
a
Why?
block
No, it's
and it's
not.
unfollow.
Yes, yes. Because like, why are you posting that? Like, I think at this point, everybody knows what happened, and we should not
Correct.
continue to give his previous work an audience.
No, no, no. Absolutely not. I think that is the worst thing that people can do. And there is still some people who are like justifying what happened. And
Oh, girl,
I
no,
don't I don't understand that,
no,
right? Like,
ma'am,
and again,
no, ma'am.
horrible no man. But there is some people who do that, and we do see that. And speaking of like justification and what we need to realize that not all gays are monolith. Obviously, we can see it from the common gay body types here. But there is some people who still think that MAGA, right? So if you are a MAGA supporter, if you supported Trump, whatever, and you are a part of the community, that we should be able to agree to disagree. And I have to say, quite frankly, I don't believe that.
No, I think that's bullshit. It's a very
I
like
I don't
pageant way
think
of,
there's a
of, of
space for
thinking.
that.
No, and there shouldn't
I
be.
don't think there's a space. Yeah.
No.
And there may or may not be a blind item that's going around that potentially there may be someone, we don't know. All of this is alleged, right? But it seems to be being put out there that everybody is talking about it, that they may or may not be someone who voted red on a season of a popular TV show that is catering to the community. And
Mm-hmm.
if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. And the contestant may have put a video on TikTok explaining the fact that they voted for the orange man. And there are some people who are saying, hell no, that was a producer choice. And then there are also some people who said, well, yeah, that's going to make amazing television and we should just get over it.
But my like several issues with this. One, why are we in that person platform? They had a platform and they did horrible things with it. Like, I don't know if you've ever actually seen the videos that he was posting, that man was posting, but they were very harmful towards the LGBTQIA plus community. Like, his justification was stupid. I voted for Trump because I'm not thinking about everyone else. I'm thinking about my future and the business I'm gonna have. Bitch, you broke. What business are you gonna fucking have? You fucking cunt. Second, that is gonna be, if it's true, what's going to end up happening is going to be season 12 all over again, where that one queen is essentially going to overshadow anything that could possibly happen the rest of the season. And those girls are not going to get their flowers because all everyone's going to be talking about is this fucking red cunt who decided to vote for the orange Cheeto.
Correct.
And that's completely
Yeah.
unfair to them.
Yes. And again, right, I think there is going to be two sides. This is going to be a debate for sure in the community and obviously on the pods. If and when this happens to have some validity to it, I think there is going to be one side who is going to say that we need to get over it and this is going to make for an amazing TV and we should just let them do whatever. And then there's going to be another one that's going to say no, right? Like there should be no reason why we're giving this person a platform. I'm not going to say the name because it has not been validated yet. All of this is still alleged. This is still a blind item. We know that sometimes producers put these things out there just to get people to talk about the seasons and upcoming seasons. We understand that. Being in the press, we've seen it all the time. People do this as publicity stunts to get us to be able to talk about it because the more we talk about it, the more buzz these shows get, and it's better for that case. Now, I also, if you look at their social media and you look at, their Instagram, you can tell based on just their overall vibe, right, what they believe in. And if they don't believe in that, because if it was just a momentary thing, right, they just did it for like clickbait. If they don't believe in it, then they socialize and associate with people who do, just based on just the overall vibe that you get when you look through their feed. And so I think it's just disheartening for sure.
I understand people's argument about like it's gonna make great TV. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it'll be wonderful if there are other queens, specifically from New York, that we know are not afraid to let their opinion be known and defend rights. Like be put up against her and to watch whoever that to watch her get dragged essentially.
Yeah, true. I mean, I
That
think
will be fun
that
to me, and I think that will be slightly like worth a little bit, slightly worthwhile watching. Like just have everyone like gang up against her.
yeah, but I think it goes back to the point that you made originally. It was like, if this is true and this does happen, this is going to pretty much take over the whole entire season.
That's good. Whether or not she does well, she's probably going to make it to the end because it's going to be such a point of content. And even if she doesn't, I feel like that shadow is going to linger throughout the whole season.
Yeah. But I also think that's going to cause the producers to lack credibility. I don't think this is going to be something that is going to play over well with the audience.
I think
no, I don't see it.
I think it's going to hurt them.
I agree. I do.
But
which
it is what it is.
Which brings me,
if it happened already, because there's nothing they can do. Oh, I mean, there is something they can do now.
I mean, there is something they can edit it out, right? They can do like the RuPaul's Drag Race UK edit.
The one who was really not named, because girl, they never even told us her name.
We don't even know who that girl is.
All we saw was a shoulder and like the tip of a wig.
She was like right here in the back of like in the lip sync. She was like literally like right there. We saw like her wig. Like that's it. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was they did a good job with that edit, honestly. Because unless you were looking for it, you would not have noticed. Like if you're just a casual viewer, you would have never noticed.
Right. Which brings me to what your No Ma'am of the week is. What is it?
Wait, do you not want to talk about the underwear first?
No, I thought I wanted to, but then I was like, nah, I really don't.
I just felt like it was true.
Okay, we could show them.
Yeah, because if I go into my underwear drawer right now, like, you're only going to find, like, 2 types of underwear.
So, I saw this also, too. And I was like, I wonder if this is true or not. And so, I think it's true
I think it's
as well.
true because I have dealt with many a toxic top, and their underwear looked exactly like that. And I knew as soon as their pants came off, and I saw that, I was like, "This is about to be a good fuck." But I'm blocking you right after, motherfucker.
Oh my god. This episode is going to be demonetized before we even get monetized.
My
Oh my
bad.
god. Oh my
My
god.
bad.
Also, I think Dom tops, first of all, those boxers are hideous.
I hate those. Those are like very straight, very heterosexual, very cisgendered, very white type of boxers.
Yes.
Like
Hideous.
those just remind me of like DL broke college boys.
Yes. They're hideous. I think they're called like Gideon or Gillian or whatever,
Okay,
but like they're hideous.
garbage.
Fruit of Looms. Fruit of the Loom.
Mm-hmm.
Hideous.
Mm-hmm.
I I think like the tops, those are the ones I wear. I do wear those. They're really comfortable.
But
I also wear some of the verse tops too though. I'm not gonna lie.
I like to keep everything like one. I hate like especially in the summer. You know when like the boys are sweating and they like start like sticking to like your leg. I hate,
Yeah,
despise that feeling. So for that reason, I like to wear like briefs because like like it like it goes all up in there and it like divides,
they're panties.
separates. Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, so I have a lot
Panties.
of and I have a lot of fucking jock straps because easy access.
I don't have any job straps at
I love
all.
jock straps
I
because like
I just always
you
think
can
they're
just pull it down a little and
no. I always feel like they're so uncomfortable, or they look so
no,
uncomfortable.
they I feel the most refreshed when I am wearing jock straps. It depends entirely on like the bottoms I'm wearing. Like like if it's jeans, it's kind of uncomfortable. But if I'm wearing something comfortable with like a jock strap, like it's just relaxing. I don't know. It lets everything breathe. I don't know. I think it's comfortable. But maybe it's just
I
because
don't
I like having
know.
my ass out.
Probably. I probably. I think that's probably the explanation to this. No, but like I don't know. Like I find it to be very uncomfortable. I don't it's just it never was something that like appealed to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like briefs feel like panties. Never really were like a fan of those either. Even though sometimes like the H&M drawers that you get, they feel like panties sometimes because I'm like, yo,
Who
them
the
shits
fuck
is
buys
like
underwear at H?
first of all, I used to wear underwear from H&M because they had nice little designs on them and I like them.
First of all, I hate
And but
designs on underwear, and whenever I see
oh, I
those, I'm
love
like,
them.
oh, this is gonna be a boring fuck, and it usually is.
I love them. I don't have any complaints in that department. But I back in the day, these thick ass thighs of mine, them shits would like ride up, and I'm like, yo, it's like feel like panties. Are you wearing panties? It was horrible. But that's why I don't get my drawers from H&M anymore. Nope. 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 You know who has good drawers? Primark, and they're cheap.
I've never been
Shout
to
out to
Primark
Primark.
before. I am very this 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 is very
Well,
like
also
cliche
Target.
and very basic. I used to buy some at Target until they went all like crazy and DI shit and whatnot. But what was I gonna say?
Where you got your drawers?
Yeah, it's very cliche and like very basic, honestly, for bottoms and the gay community in general. I think, but like most of mine are like Calvin Klein's. But I just love
Yeah.
them because they're comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, that's very like basic, like you said.
Yeah,
Like it is basic. It
but
is
like
baseline. Like Calvin
yeah.
Klein. That's it. All right. So we went through the boxers. We talked about the common, gay body types. We did a little bit of, talking about what's happening in the world of reality TV. We'll have another episode strictly for RuPaul's Drag Race because we're going to talk
Mm-hmm.
about All Stars 11 on our next episode, previously on No Ma'am. Get into it. So, what is your No Ma'am of the week?
So you kind of brought it up a little bit previously, but my no ma'am of the week is Donald Trump and his office's continued refusal to acknowledge Pride Month and their continued push to alienate the LGBTQIA community and pass legislation that is taking away our rights and continue to ostracize us. Like, no, that's a huge no fucking ma'am. It is Pride Month, not a word has been. from them at all. I think since like last year when they decided to remove the title of Pride Month entirely and what rename it like Title 9 or something, some shit like that. Or Title 6. I don't remember exactly what they renamed it to. But I am grateful that we get to live in a city like New York where we don't really have to worry about the things that a lot of our queer brothers and sisters are currently going through, with the rights being stripped left and right, and laws like Don't Say Gay being passed and all that stuff. So I acknowledge the privilege that we have to be able to live in such a place, but my heart goes out to everyone, not just in the other cities and states, but anywhere around the world that does not get to celebrate Pride with joy and with their loved ones the way we do.
Agreed. I support. All right. I love that. That was a really great No Ma'am of the Week. My No Ma'am of the Week is a little on the lighter side. But so we have, it's true. So Summer House season 10 wrapped. The reunion part 1 was last week. And we saw that Ciara Miller, shout out to Ciara, love her. I'm Team Ciara all the way, pretty much owned the whole entire reunion and gave it to Amanda Batula and Wes Wilson. Good for them, because first of all, you shouldn't be fucking your best friend's ex-boyfriend. That's a big no ma'am. And you're still married, Amanda. Do better.
I
Do
mean,
better. And the words
how was it?
And the words and the not hot, Lil Dick. Do better.
No.
And
girl, no. No, ma'am.
We also the nudes. Lil Dick.
What's his name?
Besides that, Wes, it was also flaccid. First of all, that's my no ma'am of the week, is to not send a dick pic. A flaccid penis. Don't
not a
do that.
Phallus.
You have to send your best. You have to send your best work. If you are going to send a picture of your boobs, your butt, your dick, whatever, it needs to be the best position possible. Who sends a flaccid penis?
I would gladly accept a flaccid phallus if it is of a considerable size. Don't send me
No.
I don't care if you're a grower.
It was not.
Then no, ma'am.
No, you need to. It's on the internet. You can see it.
Man's name?
Wes Wilson penis. Wes Wilson penis.
And I'm getting us demonetized.
I said penis. You said dick, and you was like cunt. You said all that. At least I don't say penis.
Well, you just said it.
I said the politically correct version of a dick, but that's my no. I
said the more political correct version of a penis. I said phallus.
You did say phallus, yes. I think it is a big no ma'am for you to send your flaccid penis picture to someone else. I think that is so disrespectful.
If it's big, you can send it to me.
If you are big on soft, yes. If you are little on soft, don't do that. If it's giving micro penis, please do not. I need people to realize that's a no ma'am. Don't do that. Put your phone in your pocket, babe.
Okay, work.
Put your phone in your pocket, babe. But friends, this has been our first episode of season 2 of No Ma'am. Jhoany, what should they do?
They should comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am. Oh my god, I remembered.
Yes, love that. Yes.
This man's
go off, Queen. All right, friends.
I'm sorry.
You're not searching hard. You're not searching hard enough. Bye.